Uh, Howdy, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Debauchery Circus Campaign here on the Random Rhapsody Network. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM here on the network, and joining me at the virtual table today are Brandie, Brie, John, Junior, and Stephen. And you probably heard them say hi because their mics were on. But go ahead and say hi again. Anyway, now before we begin, I am going to say that we are doing a Halloween one-shot this year, which will be run by Alyssa Egan from the Fab 5 campaign. Brie and John will be playing from the Debauchery Circus alongside Coins from the Fab 5 and myself. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to being a player again. And the stream will be airing on Monday, October 25th, and it will be up on YouTube Halloween night. So be sure to subscribe and follow both channels. Okay, so join us now as we dive into the world of Loroupa and continue on with the adventures of the Debauchery Circus. And we're back, and I'm not muted again, so that's always a good thing. But when we last left off, the Debauchery Circus had traveled into the hills near Greenridge, tracking down a group of cattle rustlers who had been stealing from the nearby farmers. Following the thieves' trail, the circus tracked them late into the night to a door that was hidden in the cliffside. Blaisner used his mastery over nature to grow a huge field of tall grass in front of the door and vines to weave down in front of it in an effort to keep their sleep uninterrupted. As the group rested, the door did open a couple of times throughout the night. The Duergar on the other side of the doors were no doubt rather surprised to find their front stoop now covered in vines and grass. The thieves spent some time assessing the situation, and eventually they sent out a summoned flame elemental to burn through the grass so they could investigate the area. What the fire spirit and the three Duergar found, however, was the campsite of the Debauchery Circus. The battle was rather one-sided, thanks to Blaisner and a polymorph spell, though one of the Duergar did manage to escape and shut the door behind them. The circus took a moment to inspect their foes before ultimately deciding to resume their rest and pursue the thieves in the morning. Inside the hidden door, the group discovered a path leading down into what appeared to be an ancient armory full of antique weapons. Novo and Fantine were also skewered by a ballista arrow that had been rigged behind a door leading to a series of bedchambers. Realizing that the Duergar had plenty of time to prepare, the circus became much more wary and succeeded in evading another trap, a giant axe that was positioned behind another door. But as they did so, the group was attacked by another small group of Duergar who were waiting in ambush. There seemed to be more dark dwarves around every corner, and as the circus pressed onward, one of the dwarves summoned an earth elemental to block the party's path. And so, Debauchery Circus, you are all standing there in front of that inside a rather narrow corridor. It's about 6 feet high, 10 feet across, and the massive form of this earth elemental is currently blocking the corridor between you and the Duergar you've been pursuing. As the dark stone creature rumbles and growls at you, a question comes to each of your minds. And that question is, which other player character does your character find themselves having the most in common with? And Fantine, since you're the one who rolled, why don't you go ahead and answer first?
Oof, that's a hard one. Especially because people are so new.
That was going to be my excuse.
Yeah, I'm like...
Yep, no
Actually,
excuses.
that's going to be my excuse.
Yeah, no excuses.
I feel like it kind of has to be Novo because I know her better. We both have an affinity for travel. But before it would have probably been Finn, and I think it will grow to be Blazenir. So that's my answer.
Fair enough. Okay. Cameron, how about you?
I'm going to cheat and say Edmund.
He's not a player character.
He's not a player character.
I was going to say Edmund.
Well, then I'm not sure because, let me see.
Well, I mean, you've spent the night with these people, so...
Novo talks very little, which kind of fits Cameron as he usually tries to think about what he's going to say before he says it. I would say Fantine, except even though she is supposedly nobility, she doesn't usually act like it.
Howdy, Hellhound. Good to see you.
So, I guess Novo, simply on the basis of the fact that we are similar in our methods of attempting to say what is needed rather than just constantly talking.
Okay, I like it. Blazenir, how about you?
I would say probably Cameron, because we're both the new guys, and I've probably been a rabbit before, so...
Okay.
I mean, you could have been a turtle before, too. That'd be close to Novo.
That music
yeah,
out loud.
But turtles are slow, so, you know, like... Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, have you met Novo?
I mean, yeah, but most other turtles are slow, so I wouldn't be an actual, small turtle.
Well, speaking of Novo, how about you, Novo?
I mean, I was kind of thinking along with Fantine's thought process with, probably right now it'd be Fantine, because we have the most in common right now, because we've been traveling together the longest. Before that, I'd probably say it would have been Shadowfire, because, especially when Shadowfire was teaching Novo the, healing ways.
Before he left us.
Yeah, before he
ran off without
our
a word.
group dynamic
before he
apart.
ran away and abandoned us. But anyway, I guess, and we'll see who other than Fantine, we'll see who I grow to have more in common with as time goes on.
That is true. And speaking of Willow, or of Shadowfire, Shadowfire's former lover and friend is in a different place right now. She's been walking through the Underdark for quite a long time. But as she continues on down this path that she has found that smells a little bit fresher and has an odd kind of aroma to it that's been guiding her, the question comes to her mind as well. But is there really anybody that she would have known? Probably not. So instead, I want to. What I want to know is, what character did Shadowfire relate to the most?
I would have to say the turtle, and I don't know what she's calling herself this week.
But yeah, back when you knew her, I think she was called Soji last.
Shoji, yeah.
Soji.
Showed you.
But yeah. Okay. I dig it. Well, anyway. So, Fab 5. As I said.
We are not the Fab Five.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Debauchery Circus. I'm sorry.
It's
Anyway,
like, there's 5 of you now.
Yeah, there is 5 of you now, so. But Debauchery Circus, as I said, you are standing in that corridor. The summoned earth elemental has just risen up from the ground in front of you and is leering towards all of you, basically taking up the entirety of this space. So I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh, okay.
Wow. This is the best part.
Wow. Earth elemental got a
stuck.
0.
And I don't need a roll, correct?
You do not. I'll let you know when you get to the point that you're going to be in.
Oh my god. What is that 3 crit fail? I like the way Roll20 is playing with us right now. Give the DM the worst rolls ever.
I rolled a crit fail with an initiative of 21.
Wow. What's up?
Oh wait, no, that was Fidget who crit failed. Never mind.
Yeah. You got a 21.
Yeah, I know it's a pain. Type your name.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, it's a new thing. I'm sorry. So, just so y'all know, Hellhound, which is Joe from the Fab 5, is currently watching, and he's kind of chuckling. He said, well, hot damn, you got the band back together. But he also says y'all ain't good enough to be the Fab 5, so...
Why would
That's
we
fair.
even want to be the Fab
That's why
Five,
we had
honestly?
to. That's why we have to replace all of our characters slowly until we're an entirely different group, so we can
Yes,
get
they
good.
had, it felt kind of dirty when he was calling us that instead of our actual name.
It
Yeah,
did
I
hurt
know,
my
kinda-
feelings a little bit.
Kind of like when you're in bed with your lover and he says somebody else's name.
Listen, that only happens
It's-
once.
No,
That's why you
I'm
just
good
ate the
about
still
that.
the same thing.
I know exactly who I'm talking to when I'm in bed with them. But let's go ahead and jump right into this combat. And in first in turn order, we have Cameron. So Cameron, what's our friendly Rabbitborn gonna do?
First, he's going to ask the game master where exactly the earth elemental is because I apparently can't see him.
Do you have vision period right now?
I should because I cast the dark vision spell on
No, I
myself
mean,
last.
does your token
Oh
currently?
yeah, I can see the spider and the 3 dead
Okay.
So you might have to move.
Duergars.
Yeah, you're gonna have to move to be able to see it. You do
Okay.
not have line of sight with them.
That's fine. Then I will just move so I can see things.
Now, if I remember correctly, at the end of last session, you were on top of the spider. You were riding.
Yeah,
the
that's
Blaze
true.
Knee.
No,
So you-
I was asking him to get onto me, and
I
I
got
held
off.
my
Oh.
dash action for him to get onto me.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Ooh, then does he get a reactionary dash then?
Well, so let's go ahead and ask that. Are you going to get on the spider, or are you going
Not
to run
right
from it?
now.
Okay.
I'm not feeling it.
What I am
You're
going
not
to
thunder.
do is lightning bolt the elemental.
So, here's something that you guys are going to notice that's new. At the bottom is an area of effect template.
Yeah.
And in that is all sorts of different shapes of what your spell can do. Now, you don't need it in this circumstance because you're just firing it straight towards them and you have good line of sight. But from here on out, anytime you guys use a spell that has a radius of it, you can pull it out yourself and you can manipulate it to where you want it to be placed.
The one thing that I would say, there are no lines in that list.
Well,
Yeah.
like I said, you don't need a line of sight or a
That's-
line for this. There should have
that's
been
fair.
one.
Wait, what's the area
Is-
effect?
Do you think
Thing?
wall
That-
counts as?
As in, like, stuff that you can pull out for spells.
Yeah.
So, like, if you cast a fireball, instead of him having to mess with it, you can just pull out a circle that's, like, orange or red and pull out the one that is the size that you need, and then you can figure out where you want to place it on the map. It's
Yeah,
really
exactly.
handy.
It's really great for, like, if you're throwing fireball spells, you can show exactly where you're wanting it to hit.
But in my
Is it-
case...
Is this just for spells? Like it won't affect me at all? 'cause
Yeah,
I
it
don't
doesn't
have
really
spells?
affect you
Yeah.
because you're a monk.
In my case, I'm casting a lightning bolt.
Yeah, so you don't
which
really
is-
need it, like I said. But I just wanted you to be aware that we have that now.
So it's a 100-foot line, long, and 5 feet wide. So I'm basically just going straight down from my square, so it doesn't hit any of my friends, but it hits him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Go
then
ahead.
it's a dexterity saving throw of 16.
Yeah, this should be good.
Extremely dexterous. What?
Oddly enough, I actually rolled a freaking 17 on that one. For
It
a
also
16.
hurts that I rolled 2 1s on my damage dice.
Yes. So
And we had just gotten up from a long rest, right?
yes, you did.
Okay.
It is
I'm gonna-
the first thing in the morning.
Let me roll my 2d20s.
So half damage on that would be 14.
Yeah,
And
14
then-
points of damage on the Earth Elemental. You point your finger, and a blast of lightning just comes shooting out, arcing down the hall, brightening it up for half a second, and strikes this Elemental square in the chest. It does
If
damage, but not a lot.
If there's anything in that area that is not being worn or carried and is flammable, it is also ignited.
Good to know, but nothing does.
And then for my bonus action, I am... Let me see if that will actually help me at all. Yeah, I'm gonna try and telekinetic shove the elemental, which is a strength save of DC 16. If he
Interesting.
fails, he's pushed 5 feet away from me.
Yeah, okay. So that's a nat 20.
Oh yeah, no,
So, yeah.
he's fine.
No. You shove out with that telekinetic thrust that you have, trying to push it back, and it just looks directly at you. Doesn't need to move at all. And actually, you kind of notice as you hit that, there's not a lot of space for this thing to move anyway.
hmm
But that's it for Cameron's turn. Blazner, you're currently a spider. So what do you do?
I'm a spider. I don't have much to do. Reverting form seems like a good idea, but then I can't see, and then it's just. But then if I'm either way, I'm wasting a turn. So
Are there any other Duergar left?
not
that we
here.
can
I think.
see currently. There might be, but
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna scurry over behind Edmund and see big giant thing, and guess we're. What?
Okay, so you're staying
This
as a spider and just moving.
No, I'm gonna move over there and revert form. You gasp like you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So as a spider, you go scurrying over behind Edmund. You suddenly poof out of your spider form, and you are back as Blazner.
Hello. I can't see anything right now. I'm gonna take from my pocket just kind of some pinches of pinch of dry care and just shove in my mouth and cast dark vision on myself because
Okay.
I can't see without it. So
So for an action, you're casting dark vision on yourself, which gives you 60 feet, I believe.
yeah.
Okay. And suddenly your eyes begin to mist over and change and grow dark. And when that happens, you look around and you can now see, in shades of gray, but you definitely can see now the earth elemental in front of you.
I should have done this thing way before now. And that's the end of my turn.
Indeed it is. Hold on a second. I need to add you in because it actually got deleted. What did you roll, Blazner, for your initiative?
Spider was 20. I don't know if I need a reload roll or anything, but...
No, you don't. You're going to keep it. It just, when I deleted the spider off the map, it deleted it off the turn order, so I had to re-put it. Okay. Next up, we come to the Duergar. And y'all ain't going to hear me for 1 second. Brandie is heading to pick up Marissa, so she'll be back in about 15 minutes. We'll puppet her when her turn comes up. What?
I punch stuff. Also call me something different now.
Okay. Yep, she says two strikes, then flurry of blows. Easy enough. But I'm going to go quiet for 1 second. So, for the Duergar's turn. The one comes running over to this direction. Actually, it's that one. Comes over here, and he calls out and begins yelling to his companions. Cameron, give me a perception check.
Sure. 19. Good, sir.
You can very faintly hear in Undercommon. It sounds along the lines of "Get ready, they're nearly here."
Okay. It appears they are expecting our arrival. Be on
Duergar
guard.
had come
we knew
running
this
over.
before, Cameron. The ballista gave that away.
Yeah, I wonder what set them on to us.
I don't know, it might have been the jungle or something.
It was probably camping outside all night long.
Well, to be fair, we did need our sleep.
It's true.
Check my pocket. I don't know. He then yells out he tells the other one, or actually, yeah, that was it for that turn. He is readying his action. He's with his cross.
Matt, you're muted.
No, I'm talking to them.
To them.
Right now.
Okay.
So
talking
the
to our
Duergar, after
adoring
running
fans.
over there and saying this, he is turning invisible. That's his action. With that, we have more things to add to initiative, because there are more Duergar, and they're going to be getting themselves ready. I don't know that. There are a lot of Duergar over there. So for the rest of that turn, the Duergar are just getting themselves prepared. Most of them are turning invisible.
Yeah, that character I was talking to you about that
Okay.
game should start Wednesday.
Fantine, you're up
Yeah.
next.
I would like to cast Shatter.
No, you would you?
I would.
Okay.
I'll
Go
throw
ahead.
it in the chat and then I will press the button. Shatter. Well, he needs to make a saving throw.
Yes.
So I'll wait.
Well, go ahead and click it. Click it now, so the damage is done, and that way because when you do that, I get to see what the Constitution saving throw is, and so does the audience.
Also, you can put out your sphere
You can.
because it's
Nice.
each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
I suppose I could do something like that.
So that's an 8, which is a failure.
A big fail.
So, as you're pulling out your spell radius and placing it on there, which everyone can now see. Perfect.
There you go. Is there anybody around that corner need to get shattered?
Indeed, it does. So you begin casting the spell, casting Shatter. You just see this loud, you hear this loud ringing that just erupts right in the center of this creature and blasts outward, doing quite a bit of damage to it. As it hits, you just see cracks beginning to form all along this creature's body, doing massive damage, quite a bit more than you were expecting it to.
Thunder!
Also, he already failed his save, but had he not, the save is made at disadvantage.
Yeah,
He's
that's
made
true.
of stone.
Very true. So, I guess as a bonus action, let's see, I will give Bardic Inspiration to Edmund. Sure.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Did I roll for Edmund? I don't think I did.
I don't think you did.
Bardic Inspo gets him in the combat.
It does.
You start out playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and by the time you get better, it'll be My Heart Will Go On from Titanic.
It's always My Heart Will Go On. It's the only song I know. Every time I do it.
You know.
I should
Yeah,
say you,
I
you
just
gotta
got
practice.
this thing like yesterday.
You gotta practice until you can learn how to play it.
Okay, so, Fantine, what do you do to inspire Edmund?
I go, all right, Edmund, consider this a test run. If we can't beat these guys, we have no chance against, what's his name? What's the big bad guy?
Sir
Veritude?
Port Leon.
No,
Yeah.
not Port Leon, the other guy. The Port Leon's boss.
Veritude.
Veritude.
Absolutely. And Edmund does seem a little inspired, and it's his turn's next, oddly enough. So, let's see what Edmund's gonna do.
Lord, bad attitude.
He has some interesting abilities. Yeah, he hasn't used his spells yet.
Which kind? He's got two kinds.
Edmund, the thunder really hurts him, so if you've got any thunder.
Does it?
Unfortunately, yeah, it does.
He
does
described
not
the
have
crack.
Yes, it did extra damage.
Oh, cool.
So, first thing, Edmund, as a bonus action, is going to Hunter's Mark this guy. So that he is Hunter's Marked. Next up, he raises his bow. Yeah, I think so.
I duck.
Yeah, he's gonna pull out his bow, and he's going to take a shot at now that he's seeing all these cracks, he's realizing, oh, this thing is mortal after all. I thought it was just stone. And he raises his longbow and takes a shot.
Fantine transforms into the trainer guy from Rocky. He's not a machine. He's a man.
Oof. Yeah. So his arrow goes flying towards the creature and bounces right off his head.
Bardic Inspiration.
Yes, that's right. Bardic Inspiration. Thank you. I forgot about that for
Do
half a
it,
second.
Edmund. You've got this. Focus up.
Fuck. Using your inspiration, he does line up his shot. It does fly true, strikes the elemental. Unfortunately, the arrow just bounces off a. Wait a minute. No, that's a 17. No, it does hit. That's
Yes.
exactly his AC is 17. So it does in fact hit,
It goes in one of the cracks.
doing 13 points of damage. Not bad for Edmund. The arrow goes flying through the air, sticks into the crack, goes in deep. 13 points of damage. Not bad.
Nice.
But actually, hold on a second. Because, yes, I'm wrong.
8.
It does 4 points of piercing damage, and then another 5 from the Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
So 9 points of damage. Because that thing has resistance.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for Edmund's turn. It is now Novo, and we do know what she said. 2 swings with a quarterstaff, followed up with flurry of blows.
Now, the only bad thing is I can't delete this 10-foot radius thing. Only you can do that.
Easy enough. Huh. That's actually kind of surprising. $25 does hit, 14 does not. 2 swings. First one cracks right into the head of the creature, doing 12 points of bludgeoning damage. This is not halved because it is a magical weapon. Second one misses, however. She then goes into her flurry of blows. Unfortunately, the first one misses completely. Second hits the creature, but there's not enough force and does no damage.
We hear Novo's bones crack in her fist.
A little bit.
Punching rocks.
But it is looking moderately hurt at this point. Next up, we come to Fidget. What's Fidget doing?
Sorry. Dry throat there for a second. Let me see exactly what I can do with this. Here we go. Okay, advantage of the skill check. Or attack. Okay. Fidget will move. I suppose. Actually, I'm just going to have him move here for now. I don't want to get him too close to the elemental because even if he could add the help action, it would mean that he would be very close to the elemental.
This is true. Okay.
So he's just going to hang out.
That's it for Fidget. Next, we come up to the other 2 Duergar that the party has seen. They are also turning invisible, and they're moving in the rooms here and here. And going invisible. They are readying themselves and are holding their actions. Okay. Next, we come up to the Earth Elemental. Right. No, they couldn't have held their actions. Their actions were to turn invisible. But you know what I mean. They're waiting. Earth Elemental is, well, Novo's right in front. That's really all it can do. Well, yeah, that's exactly what it's going to do. Really all it can do at this point. 2 swings at Novo. Oof. A 14 and a 10. Both swings miss completely.
Novo just turns around. He's like, bonk, bonk.
Yeah, Novo does exactly that. Turns around, both strikes hit her shell and just completely miss.
Get this shell out of here.
Next up, Cameron. What are you doing?
Let's see. So the lightning bolt was okay, but it didn't do a whole bunch of damage. I think what I'm gonna do is throw a chromatic orb at him.
Yeah,
So the
20's
attack
definitely
roll is
gonna hit.
20. and I'm making it thunder damage.
Yeah, you can totally do that. So you ball up this little ball of energy, heave it directly down the hallway towards the elemental. It strikes it in the shoulder, exploding in just this violent force of thunderous energy, doing quite a bit of damage. And you just see these cracks and fractures start growing along its body, cracking down the side and into its back. It's looking really hurt right now.
Sorry, old chap. I'm afraid that you've been thunderstruck.
Do that, but in character as the elemental.
I think that was the. Yeah, it's looking really rough right now, y'all. Okay, Leisnir, what you doing? Can you finish it off?
I hope. So I'm gonna kind of get into a position where I don't hit my friends. Probably right here. And I'm gonna raise out my hand, and 4 little balls of fire kind of appear around it, and I'm gonna shoot out 4 scorching rays at the beast. At the elemental. I'm casting scorching ray at 3rd level. So, oh, that's not supposed to be with advantage, wise. Okay.
No, but a 19 does hit.
Yeah. So 19. I'm just gonna roll all of it and then roll damage. 25, 24, 20.
Oh yeah, all 4 hit. Wow.
You know, since you're a druid, you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. How nice is it to actually have spell slots?
Right? Like, this is great. That's
It's like you went from ranger, who's like a half caster at best, and I went from warlock, who's even worse than that. And it's like, now we have spell slots.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
It's honestly great. Like, this.
Well, Leisnir, definitely enough to take this out. So, how does this look?
Woo.
Wow, I only had to say I shoot the thing in the head. So each of them hits it and just kind of starts. I don't know.
It goes into the crack.
Yeah.
Maybe when I made my bad pun, he groaned, and then you shot one into his open mouth.
Yeah.
And he burned from the inside out.
So all 4 rays kind of spiral into the mouth and down the throat, I guess, and just kind of.
And as it burns through the inside of this creature, you just see it basically crumbling inward, and it just implodes in on itself into a huge fountain of dust. The dust goes flying everywhere, coating each and every one of you,
No, thank you.
and you all kind of cough for a minute as the thing falls down to the ground, completely destroyed.
I'm gonna shake off the embers of my hands, like, oh, well, that was nice.
Hurrah!
Why I took prestidigitation so I can clean myself off.
Yeah, the druids don't really have that type of thing. I can make a fire.
Good news, it's a cantrip. I can cast it on you too.
So, with this thing now nothing but a pile of stone and dust, Cameron begins prestidigitating to first himself and then Leisnir.
I'm definitely gonna run ahead. I'm ready. I'm ready for blood.
Now, you were flying on your broom.
Oh yeah, I do have my little wing, so I've got 50 feet of movement then.
Mm-hmm.
50, 20. So when I come into the hall here, what do I see a door on either side of here?
So yeah, as you walk down to the far end, or fly down, actually, you're on your broom.
No.
You're kind of hovering along and just above, flying just above the earth elemental. What you see down there is 2 sets of doors, one to the left and one to the right.
Okay.
Double doors down here and a single door right here.
Oh, double doors? That just means it's more important. I'm gonna go to the double door. 15. So
Yeah. So
that's 40 feet to get to the door. Is it unlocked?
you fly over and jiggle the handle, and it is unlocked.
Fly open.
You open it and shove the doors open, revealing.
I'm gonna get shot with a trap.
Oh yeah, you
Probably.
are. As you throw the doors open, the first thing that catches your eye is a very large forge. This thing is actually pretty damn big. Give me 1 second here.
Hot in here.
As you open the door, heat washes over you that seems to be coming from the directly opposite of the door. A large and imposing forge stands against the wall with its fires burning bright. And then you just hear something thrown, and a Duergar appears down here at the far end. As your eyes notice this first, this Duergar just appear out of nowhere and throw something at you.
Give it your best shot. Oh, that does not hit me.
Well, it wasn't meant to hit you. It was actually meant to hit the stone right next to you, which is exactly what it does. It explodes, sending a bright light and a huge bang in your area. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. 14 con save. That's a 5.
That is a failure. You take 1 point of thunder damage, and you are now blinded and deafened for 1 minute.
Okay. I repeat the save at the end of each of my turns.
Yep.
Ending the effect on itself. Okay. Well.
So I'm putting that on you to remember. So basically what you see is this dwarf appear, flob what looks like a rock at you. It strikes the ground, or the wall right next to you, and immediately explodes in this loud, thunderous explosion of light and sound. Immediately, your eyes are dazzled, and you clutch them, holding your eyes as this ringing is just humming through your elf ears. It hurts.
Okay.
Matt,
Yes.
for clarification for both myself and the people who may be watching, does 5e still have some sort of ruling where if you're deafened it can mess up your spellcasting?
To be honest, I'm not sure if 5e does. I always assume that. Honestly,
That's fine.
that
I
when
know
you are
3.5 said that if you were deafened, you had a chance of screwing up any spell with a verbal component.
that is correct, and I tend to use the same logic. So yes, if you are deafened,
hear and
you
automatically
can't
fails
hear
any
yourself.
ability check that requires hearing.
Yeah, so you
So
actually
it
are
doesn't
going to
really
have
split.
to. You're going to have to.
So
So
what, you make a check.
yeah, you're just going to make a check whenever you're
Yeah,
doing your spell.
I think it was like 20% in 3.5 or something.
So,
I remember.
question. Do I
Yes.
still have my action? I used my movement. I used my object interaction with the door.
I would say that yeah, you do have your action still.
I would like to attempt, since it only has a verbal component, attempt to cast Fairy Fire, which is a 60 foot. So let me get my area of effect. We're going to do it in purple. 60 foot. Oh, it says each object in a 20 foot cube. So it's got a radius. So I guess I'm blinded, so could I see where to put this?
You're blinded, so you have no idea.
Oh,
what
but I could. Oh,
what
this
I'm
is the wrong
going-
one.
Yeah,
Wait.
what I'm going to have you do is here. I'll get rid of that for you. Or at least I have.
Because I think I've seen the room that I came in, and I just want to put it like in front of me. So this is what it would look like.
So you're just putting it directly in front of you.
Yeah, did I see? Because you said I saw the Duergar that threw a thing
Yeah,
at me.
I'm getting ready to put him out. That way you could see him. Because we got a lot of stuff going on right now. Because there's a group of them that was holding action. So
Mhm.
all of this is basically happening simultaneously.
That's-
So what I'm going to have you do is you're not going to have to roll because it doesn't have a verbal component, so you're not going to have to roll that. But you are going to have to roll to see whether or not you knew exactly where to throw this at the creature. So basically,
I will say it does have a verbal component.
Oh, it does have a verbal component.
V is verbal.
Yeah, go ahead and throw it up in the chat for me real quick. Yes, it is. It's all only verbal. So
yeah.
First thing I'm going to need you to do is you're going to make, I'm going to say, an Arcana check for this to see whether or not you could get the spell off to begin with. Yeah, I'm going to say 19 is enough.
Okay.
So then what I'm going to ask you to do is roll an insight check.
Nice.
Not too bad.
23.
Okay. So with a 23, I'm going to say that yes, you had enough of a glimpse of the individual as he threw it to guesstimate about where he is. So I'm going to place the cube. It's good. Yeah, I think actually that's a good placement of it right there. Where you had it, it's fine. So yeah, you were able to cast the spell. You felt it take hold, but you can neither see nor hear. So I'm actually going to take away your vision right now.
Help.
There you go.
Hey everyone, I found them, I think. Did I say that out loud?
But as you
probably
were casting,
way too loud.
But as you were casting as the spell went off, something else happened, and you hear as 4 Duergar were holding their turns or their actions.
Okay.
Wow. You feel something fly past your head once, twice, a third time. The 21, I assume, hit.
Oh yeah. But luck is on my side.
Hits you for 3 points of damage. One arrow, or actually it's a bolt. One bolt strikes you in your shoulder. You feel this pain just hit you, and you cry out. 3 points of damage ain't a lot, but you did not see where it came
out
from.
quietly.
Yeah.
Ow. There you go.
So give me 1 second here. Okay. So you can't see what happened, unfortunately, but 3 things just flew past you, and one of them hit you. So you definitely know if something's throwing stuff at you.
I end my turn.
I'm looking at that pizza you're eating, and it's like, God damn. I'm upset you didn't send some to me.
Got that pizza head.
What
Next
kind
we
of
come.
pizza is it?
Yeah, what type is it?
It's basil and artichoke.
Well,
It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I can dig it on that.
Nice.
That sounds amazing.
Where
I'm not
from?
a fan.
Pizza Head on South Grand.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were saying the name of the pizza place.
Okay, so for Edmund's turn. Edmund comes running down after Fantine, gets to the edge, and looks around the corner. He doesn't have great visual. He is going to try to make a shot at the one Duergar that would be within his line of sight. Just barely. It is at disadvantage because of the odd angle that he's forced to shoot at.
Did any of them make their saves for Fairy Fire? Is it just being kept secret?
Oh, yeah, you don't know.
Okay,
But
that's
I do
fine.
need to... I actually forgot to roll that. So.
Yeah, because just in case he might have advantage, cancel it out.
What was
At which point you hear a little voice in your head that sounds like Finn that says, "Hey, I was the fiery fairy."
He will always be the fiery fairy.
I did this for you.
Okay. As a bonus action, he's going to move his hunter's mark, and he's taking a single shot. Which goes wide. You actually hear another thing go flying past your head, just at a different direction, Fantine, barely missing you. Does not, and then you just hear a clack as it hits the wall.
Actually, I'm deafened too, so I don't hear anything.
Oh yeah, that's true. You wouldn't hear a damn thing. You just felt it. Okay, that's it for Edmund's turn. Next we come up to a Duergar.
Should I have made a save at the end of my turn?
Yes.
Yes, you should have made a save at the end of your turn.
Con save.
What'd you get?
22.
Okay. Yes, you. As your vision clears. And now I gotta actually move things around.
I'm like taking up so much of this round.
God, you are.
I'm just really hogging it.
Your eyes begin to clear just as an arrow goes flying past your head. You look around and you now realize, well, I should take off that because that's not there. That's not something that stays?
When the spell's cast, blah blah blah. Tergot gets fit.
Yeah, as it just stays on the creature. It doesn't stay out.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. You can see one of the Duergar is glowing. This one right here. There are 5 of them in the room that you can see so far. However, from the inside of the corridor, you see another Duergar appear as it's firing at you. This one actually has advantage because it's appearing, or firing at 2 appears. That's a 21 to hit.
That do hit.
9 points of piercing damage to you as another crossbow bolt just thunks into your gut.
You're gonna have to do better than that.
Okay. Next up, we come to Novo. Novo, you've seen Edmund fire down the corridor. You saw Fantine run that way, and you've heard a lot of commotion. What are you doing?
Well, I mean, clearly I'm gonna go to where the commotion is. So down here, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hold on, I don't remember how many movements I have. Okay, 45. I think I'm just gonna go to right about here because I can't get close enough to attack anybody.
You need some range.
Yeah, I mean, well, I got 45 movement, but that would really, realistically only give me to like about here. Well, I'll go here, actually. And then I'm gonna hold action. I'm gonna hold my quarterstaff out. So if anything comes within range, I'm gonna, you know, bonk them on the head with my quarterstaff. And then, one question real quick. I think, okay, so in order to do the 2 attacks, I have to do 1 armed quarterstaff, right? Or can I do it 2
No, you can use your 2-handed attack to do it.
And then I could still use my flurry of blows?
Yeah, because honestly, like, if you really think about it, you have 2 feet as well. So even if
you're a
holding,
monk.
Yeah, even if you're
Headbutt,
holding a
elbow.
quarterstaff. Yeah, exactly.
Then can you
Knee.
explain to me why I've been using one-handed quarterstaff this whole time when I could have been doing two-handed?
I think
than I'm an
only
idiot?
you can explain that, my friend.
Yeah, really. Like I honestly, for a while, I was kind of thinking along those same lines, but from a mechanics point of view, it's not in the rules, so
Okay.
it's really up to you.
Okay, good to know. Then I'll be using two-handed. I'll be holding it two-handed at the ready.
Yeah, just describe it. You're you're holding it in two hands. You swing on with one side of the staff. You swing with the other side of the staff. Then you throw an elbow or a kick or something. You know, just
Yeah. Okay.
have some fun with it and use flair.
Okay. All right. Well, and actually, I'm gonna actually go right here where I'm right in front of Fantine to protect her from
Thank you.
these guys. All right. That's it. I'll stop with the hold action.
Okay, that's it for your turn. Next up, we have Fidget. What's the hummingbird doing?
Ooh, so the hummingbird is gonna move to make sure that our back stays safe. Because I do not like
Nice.
the possibility that somebody could sneak up behind us. And he's gonna go down here and try and see.
Okay, sending Fidget down to the far end of the hallway. You see two doors that are closed, and a large pool of water on the floor in front of them. The water seems to be coming from the inside of these two doors, and it's fetid. It is gross looking.
Ugh.
But that's it. Okay. That's it for their turn. Next we come to the Duergar. The Duergar that is in front of you, Fantine and Novo, is lobbing something at the ground between the two of you. Should have been an advantage, but that is a 20, which does hit. So I need the two of you to roll con saving throws, please.
Actually, I want him to have rolled a 5.
Okay. You're using
Yes,
one
I'm
of your...
using one of my motes of fate to change his roll to a 5.
Okay. And you do so, and as he's throwing it, it just goes at an arc, looks like it's about to hit you, then just suddenly drops and lands on the ground right about here.
Mhm.
So, both Novo and the Duergar who threw it have to make their con saves instead.
Oh yeah.
So I still need a con save from you, Novo.
You've got this.
Oh, the Duergar failed with a 13.
Yes. Oh, Nova.
And you also failed. So, I'm not counting the nat 20 as... I mean, well, it wouldn't be anyway because you changed it, so... 3 points of
Then
thunder.
why? Wait, if it missed, then why does it still affect me?
Because it still hit the ground, and it explodes when it hits the ground, and everyone in 15 feet of you, of that explosion, has to do it. You were in that range. She just basically protected herself.
Well, we got him too, so...
Yeah, you got him too.
I tried to protect you.
So, Novo, you take 3 points of thunder damage, and you are currently blind and deafened for the next minute. And so is the Duergar.
Well, so much for my held action.
These guys suck.
Yeah, they do. Next Duergar's turn. What's he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna have some fun too.
One of them is named Barrymore.
Duergar Barrymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Duergar is coming around to here. And it throws something towards the two of you as well.
Mm-hmm.
This one, however, it is not a rock. It's a flask.
Mm-hmm.
He's finally decided to address his drinking problem.
Oof.
So he throws this flask, and he misses you completely, Fantine. He was aiming towards you, and it hits the wall, the ground, right about here. The moment it hits the ground, the flask explodes, or the flask shatters, and flames just explode outward from there. It doesn't hit you, but there is now currently a big patch of burning, oily stuff on the ground directly next to you.
Okay.
Which I'm going to actually put it on there for you.
Don't step there.
I'll try not to.
So there you go. That's it for its turn. The next Duergar, that he's blind, can't really do a whole... Can't see anything, can't hear anything. He knows about where you all were. Yeah, he pulls out a javelin that he has at his side, and he's throwing it at Novo. He's doing so at disadvantage because he can't see it and he cannot hear. So he's just guessing at where he's throwing. And that's a 9, which fails, and it goes flying past and just kind of lands like right over here. Okay. That's it for the Duergar. And at last we come to Cameron. So Cameron, top of the order, what are you doing?
Let me see.
Oh, he's supposed to make a save, that Duergar.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is supposed to make a save. Let me do that real quick.
Let's see what my movements.
Oof.
Well, it shouldn't have been at disadvantage, but still.
But
I am going to move.
Yeah, Cameron, you really haven't seen any of this so far. You've been in the back there with Blazner, and you've seen everybody go running ahead.
Yeah.
And you can hear a lot of shouts and explosions.
Shouts and explosions are interesting, but it also usually means that someone's in trouble. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I can sort of see, and I can definitely see one guy. So let's see what range I got. That's a 60 feet. Okay. Let me see what range. 45. Nice. So I could do that. So I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on the one Duergar that I can see perfectly.
Okay. Go ahead and pop that up for me.
So intelligence saving throw of DC 16, and if he fails, he will take 8 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes.
Okay, interesting. So that is definitely a failure. So 8 points of psychic damage on the Duergar. He just clutches his head and cries out in pain.
Yep. And that will be my turn. And it'll be... Ooh, nice. So 4 from whatever his next saving throw is.
Okay, well keep that in mind for me.
Sure.
Okay, Blazner, you're next. Everyone's running ahead of you.
I must say, there's way too many noise down there for me to be comfortable with.
Oh, it's so awful here! Ah, we're dying!
I might as well help these fools. I'm gonna start kind of walking down, and as I walk down, I'm gonna snap my fingers, and a burst of flame surrounds me, and that scarf around my neck kind of burns up, and now there's a flaming red panda on my shoulders.
Yay, red panda.
Okay. And you actually can pull that directly out of the player characters folder.
Yep. And I'm gonna take 20 feet of movement. I think that's 20. 10. Yep, that's 20. And actually, I'm gonna take 25, and then I'm gonna give Cayenne my bonus action, and he's going to teleport both of us 15 feet ahead. So 5, 10, 15.
So explain to the audience what it is you're doing here.
So I summoned my wildfire spirit, and the burst of flame is because whenever he gets summoned, there's a burst of flame that can damage people other than me.
Mm-hmm.
And with my bonus action, I can cause him to teleport whoever's nearby him.
What's that ability called?
Fiery teleportation.
Nice.
Cool.
He is in the shape of a red panda, which ties with regular pandas for second place in the hierarchy of pandas. They are only preceded
I'm sorry, you
by trash pandas.
No, you're false. Everything you just said is false.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Raccoons aren't even in the same family.
Red pandas aren't even in the same family. It's a panda.
True.
well,
True.
technically, red pandas are pandas, and giant pandas are giant pandas. We just call red pandas red pandas because they're red. It's just language mistranslation. But
Okay. Why not?
yeah, the point, whatever. That's pretty much the end of my turn. Now I can see everything.
Okay. So with a blaze of fire, Blazneer appears along with his little red panda next to him, directly in front of Cameron, which probably startles the rabbit.
Nah,
No? Okay.
can't be
I thought you were
surprised.
twitchy.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. I thought you were twitchy.
Being nervous doesn't mean you're often surprised. It just means you assume everything is going to go wrong. I'm on the lookout for danger.
I see. Well, next we come to some Duergar turns. This one moves ahead. And is firing at Fantine. It has advantage because another Duergar just appears in the corridor down to the south of you and fires a heavy crossbow in one swift motion. So that's a 21, which I assume hits.
Yeah.
3 points of piercing damage to you. Next up, another one has come into the piers, and it's firing at Novo. So does an 18 hit, Novo?
Nope.
Okay.
Damn.
So Novo, blinded and deafened, just feels this tink on the side of her shell as another Duergar appears in the lower corridor and fires a crossbow at her.
And I kind of look around, like, arms out, like, what's that?
Yep. Well, there's 3 more Duergar who get to go. So, the next one throws something as well. Towards you, but at the ground. It's a crystal, about the size of a fist. You see, Fantine, as it strikes the ground, explodes, and another earth elemental rises up from the ground.
And to be clear, this is an item and not a spell, right?
This is an item and not a spell.
Okay.
You
If
saw
you
the
take the
actual
item
brown
from
gem get thrown through the air, land on the ground, and shatter like glass. And then immediately, Earth begins to rise upward as another Earth elemental appears in front of you. This was specifically an item interaction. It then moves backwards. And that's it for that Duergar. The next Duergar's turn is the one that is currently glowing purple, Fantine.
My arch enemy.
Uh-huh. And it is shooting directly at you with a heavy crossbow.
I'm coming for you.
And that's a 17 to hit.
Ooh, that just hits.
10 points of piercing damage to you. You are getting riddled with these crossbow bolts.
Oh, it happens.
It does indeed. And there is one more Duergar left. This one right here. And it's firing at Novo. And that's a 12, so that bolt misses as well.
Yes, it does.
So Fantine, you're up.
Okay,
Riddled with crossbow bolts and sitting on your broom.
So, with my broom movement, I can fly in such a way as to avoid some opportunity attacks. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna go here. I'm going to this guy. And then I'm gonna go over here to my friend here. And then I'm going to hit him with my glaive.
Do it.
Twice. 18, 21.
Both hit.
Oh. Ooh. 14, 21. So 26 damage in total.
26 damage in total, which is exactly how much this Duergar has.
I cut this guy down, and then I reach into my bag and I pull out one of those dark death mushrooms and I eat it.
Okay, so that's your bonus
Horrible.
action to eat a mushroom.
Yeah, so I get a D8.
You do get a D8,
health, 7.
and I need you to make a con saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Wait. Since she got it the exact amount, doesn't she get a bonus of some sort?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my star card to give myself advantage on this roll.
Okay, that's it for your card for today.
15.
15 is exactly the con saving throw that you need. As you eat the mushroom, you taste the most disgusting, nauseating taste you've ever had in your life. It's
We should
like
cook these.
rotten onion meets dog vomit. And
That's
you
why it's called a dark death.
And you feel your stomach beginning to heave as you're eating this, and you churn and you begin to gag, and you swallow as hard as you can and fight back to not vomit all over the floor and your broom, which is exactly what would have happened.
And then I end my turn.
And you end your turn. So, coming up to Edmund, he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to the door itself. He still has his Hunter's Mark active, so he's going to use his bonus action to move it to the Earth Elemental that's sitting directly in front of him. And he's just like, why do they have so many of these things? This is a bit ridiculous.
I don't know. Does anybody speak Underdwarven?
Yes.
Maybe you should ask them. Where are you getting these?
Remember, if they're items, it means you can take them away and use them yourself.
I would like that, but first we need to kill them.
You guys do realize that they might be able to speak common, right? You don't need to...
Hey, do you guys speak common?
You don't get an answer, but Edmund fires his bow, and it goes completely wide. Shouldn't have been a disadvantage, but still, it was a 7, and that was a terrible roll, and he missed.
Focus up, Edmund.
No kidding. Okay, got another Duergar here. His turn's next, and Yeah, you're in front, Fantine. You're closer to him than anything else, so...
Oh, is that so? Well, he provokes an opportunity attack by coming at me.
He's not coming at you.
But he is technically within my range. Which guy is this?
It's
Which
this
guy?
guy right here.
Oh, no, he's not. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it
he's-
was the guy next to him. Go ahead.
It is
Shoot
this
me.
guy, so that's exactly what he's doing. He is shooting you with his crossbow. And that's a 16, which
That misses.
Okay,
No,
That's it.
thank you.
that's it for its turn. Novo, you're up next. You are blind, you are deafened, you have no idea what's going on around you. What are you doing for your turn?
I mean, I don't know that I could really do a whole heck of a lot if I like legit don't know where anybody is, or I mean, I'm assuming I don't know this guy's even here.
Yeah, actually, I should change that for you. Yeah, that's it for right now. You have no vision whatsoever.
I mean, I'm probably just gonna hold action. I'm gonna, you know, like I said,
Make your saving throw at least.
yeah, I'll make my saving throw, and then I'm just gonna hold action with my quarterstaff because like I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
So go ahead, you hold your action and make your saving throw.
15.
And I believe a 15 does do it. Let me double check. Yes, it is. You had to hit a 14. So at the end of your turn, your vision finally clears and your ears stop ringing and you're able to see once again.
okay. Well, now that you took my sight, can you give it back?
I am. There you go. Now we're up to Fidget. What's Fidget doing?
You're just gonna come on back, because he doesn't really have the ability to explore gross water. Nor would he want to.
That's fair.
Back here with me.
Okay. 3 more Duergar's turns. This one has been seeing how bad everybody's been doing throwing. It's going to come right up to you, Novo.
Okay, then I get to attack him with my held action.
Yes, you do. So go ahead and make your 2 attacks. But that's all you can do.
Mhm.
Okay, a 13 and a 20.
So the 20 does hit, and as you crack down on him with the quarterstaff, go ahead and roll your damage.
15.
Okay, 15 points of damage as this Duergar just begins doubling in size, making itself huge.
Is this a big enough place for that?
It is.
Okay,
Yeah, they've done it before. Last
that's
time.
fine.
Yeah, I thought I mentioned, but maybe I didn't. But this room has a higher ceiling than the
Okay.
corridor before. This one
Cool.
actually has a 12-foot ceiling.
Gotcha.
The walls are 12 feet high to the ceiling, so it is a bigger area. But as you hit the Duergar Novo, it's doubling in size, getting huge. You hit it, doing a decent amount of damage, and in retaliation, it raises up its war pick and swings down at you. And that's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So 11 points of piercing damage. This massive war pick just slams down into you, getting through your shell and piercing your tender flesh. Make him a little bit bigger there. But the Duergar is looking pretty damn hurt. Next one.
He's a biggie boy.
Yep. Next one is actually doing the exact same thing. It's doubling itself in size. This one, however, is coming towards you, Fantine. You're looking at a pretty tasty
so
target.
he is going to get my opportunity attack.
You can.
Yeah, when he comes within range.
Yep, absolutely.
Because I have Polar Master. Ooh, that's only an 8 anyway, so never mind.
An 8 does not hit.
What?
He,
That's
however,
crazy.
swings at you with a 20
Okay,
and does 13 points of piercing damage.
that's fine.
Last Duergar is blind and deafened and has no idea what's going on. It still can't see, so it is holding its action with his crossbow and is just trying to clear his vision. So he's got to make his con save, which he fails. So he is just backed up. Oops, I lost him. He backed up against the table there, and against the wall, and is just holding his crossbow, waiting, hoping he doesn't see anything, or hoping he can see something soon, I should say. So that's it for its turn. I forgot to roll for the Earth Elemental. Let me do that real quick. Okay. Cameron, you're first. What you doing?
Chromatic orb on the Earth Elemental.
Okay. Yeah.
25 to hit.
25
9
definitely
thunder
hits.
damage.
You throw the ball of thunderous energy arcing around that little corner there, striking the side of this creature, and it explodes with that thunderous force. When you see cracks and splinters or fractures beginning to form along its shoulder, doing much more damage because it is what's the word I'm looking for?
Weak.
It is vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable to thunder. Okay. You doing anything else? Or you staying where you are?
No, just staying where I am, staying out at range. Because I'm a wizard.
Yep. Okay,
And
Blaze,
not even one of those defensive melee ones.
Oh, if only somebody had a healing. I bleed everywhere. I bleed very loudly.
Blaze,
You're
what you doing?
turning into the
Cameron,
Las Vegas
would you-
fountain over here.
Would you like my little friend right here? I can heal through him if you need it. I don't know.
Yes, I would love that. I think you're like 60 feet away.
I don't think I can get to you, Fantine. You're just gonna.
I'm not actually injured, but thank you.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know if you would like him here for safekeeping, but okay, I'll just keep him on my shoulder and.
Whichever you think is best.
I think Fantine sounds to be in distress, but
I'm in distress.
I had a thing for you, Fantine. You're fine.
I'm a damsel and I'm in distress.
What's that? You're in this dress?
I'm also in a dress.
Sexy witch costume.
I'm in a sexy witch costume. I'm impossible to miss.
Alright, I'm gonna do 25 movement. I don't think I can. Give me a second.
Whole bunch of magic eyes just pop up from various satyrs and succubi wanting to see Fantine's sexy witch costume.
Alright, I'm gonna
Save me from my distress.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
take.
No.
I'm gonna take all 30 movement. I'm gonna set Cayenne on Edmund's shoulders. You keep him safe for now. He can. You probably will need healings at some point.
He seems
like a
surprised,
back
but sure.
Yeah, I want him to be somewhere other than in the front of the battle.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality. So I start to kind of glow, and a little a 30-foot radius around me appears, and there's a little shimmering aura around everyone in 30 feet with me.
Neat.
Okay, nice.
I think that does reach me, actually.
Yeah, that's why I moved.
You said it was yellow?
It's just kind of a shimmering
Ooh.
field, but I would say it's more probably like a little red embers. Most
red?
likely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you use your bonus action?
I'm about to now.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Including
that
you.
it's centered on you, so Fantine is just out of range.
Really? Because when you do the little snap to center here, it reaches me.
Hmm.
It says 6 squares.
That's really weird then.
Yeah. It's your call.
It does look off, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't fill the entirety of that last square right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow it. Why not?
You've saved me.
Don't read too much into it. That's 2d6, and then I also get a additional d8 because Cayenne is just around.
Ah, you're like an angel.
Well,
That-
although
that's
technically a 30-foot radius is
Like-
literally... I don't know. I'm muttering to myself, ignore me, you just do your thing.
We'll allow it this time, but if it changes in the future, we won't
Yeah.
blame
Yeah, just let it slide and then we can fix it later if it's a problem.
Exactly. I'm not that worried about it right now, but yeah, go ahead. So 9 points of healing to Fantine.
Fantine. And yourself if you were missing any hit points.
and myself.
It says bonus
No.
action cause one creature in the aura, including
it's
you.
It's just one. It
Oh,
it
so it's
can be
saying-
him, but it's just one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought
You
it
can
meant
just-
and yourself.
No, it
Yeah.
just means he can pick himself.
And I'm gonna kind of prepare myself to get pummeled because I feel like I'm about to get pummeled.
Oh yeah.
'Cause,
Maybe.
yeah, this
100% you're getting pummeled.
Yeah, you're getting pummeled.
Yep.
We had to get pummeled. It's your turn to get pummeled.
So, next we come to the Duergar. However, it is 4:30, so I'm going to go ahead and say that we are going to pause for a moment and take our break.
Okay.
So, folks, we will be back in about 10 minutes, and we will be picking right back up with this very intense battle that the group find themselves in. So, stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, the group was in the middle of a fight for their life, dealing with giant Duergar and earth elementals. Fantine's been taking quite a bit of damage, Novo a little bit, and the rest of the group has just managed to get to them. But before we get to that, Willow, you have been traveling the Underdark for quite a long time. And the path that you had been following, it's one of those scenarios like in the Fellowship of the Ring when Gandalf says, sometimes your best bet is just to follow your nose. That's kind of what you've been doing. And this path that you've been going has led you through some what appeared to be honestly mines. You're not sure what they've been mining here, but the structure seems dwarvish, or the build, I should say, and you've been following this along. You've gotten kind of lost a few times, gotten turned around, and found a lot of dead ends, but this path that you've been taking has continued on for quite some time. Eventually you find a staircase, and you follow it. And you had followed it up for probably a good hour or so until you came to a place that appears to be a wall being built in the middle of the staircase. This wall is only half finished, and you're able to get around it, but you can tell these bricks are freshly cut and have been placed in such a way that it looks like whoever is doing this is trying to basically board up or block this tunnel. But for whatever reason, that construction is halted. And you walk around it, and you find yourself where you now see yourself on the map. The stairwell going up. And when you get to this point, some sounds are catching your ear, echoing along the corridor. Go ahead and make a perception check. Oh, and what languages do you speak?
Rick.
None. She was raised by wolves.
Hey, Anesthetic. Nice to see you.
Actually, that figures it doesn't have it on here, but I had... It was Common, Dwarven, and Abyssal, I believe, were the 3 languages I chose.
Okay. Good to know. So, go ahead and give me that perception check. And don't forget to call out your rolls.
15.
So with a 15, you can hear the sounds of fighting, of small thunderous explosions, of things being hit and cries of pain. It's distant at this point. It's hard to hear. But you can hear this in the distance. And where you can see is a passageway above you, up the stairs a little bit, that hollows out into a rough stone. It appears to be dark gray stone, freshly worked. It's not a cave like you've been going through. These are actually bricked walls that you're seeing up ahead. So that's where you're at right now. But in order, we are at the Duergar, and so we're going to take a few minutes to do what they're doing. Let's see. You got a Duergar right down there. It's seeing its people being growing in size and fighting within their field. They also see Blazenir there, but he's too far behind the Earth Elemental, so he can't really get a good field of that, but he does see this odd shimmer of light that's kind of coming through in the cave, the chamber. Couldn't say that word for some odd reason. Fantine, you're in front.
Yeah.
So
what about it?
Well, you are the one that it's firing at.
Is this the same round where I used my reaction?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is, because you come in turn after these 4.
Okay.
You're next in order. It is firing at you with a heavy crossbow. And that's a 14, which I assume misses.
That misses.
Okay. That's it for that, Duergar. Next, we come to the ones that had fled. You can just barely see it, Fantine, at the edge of your vision down here. He's right there at that corner. You see him disappear, and he is He apparently seems to be fleeing down that corridor.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, gets to there. That's it for that guy. Next up is the Duergar right here. And you're in, you're right there, so, yeah. Heavy crossbow to you. And that's a 21. 2 points of piercing damage as another crossbow bolt just thunks into your chest.
I don't know if you saw, but I killed your friend here in one turn. So.
Yeah, and that's actually what the last Duergar that was in order is the dead one. So it is now up to you, Fantine, as you say this tauntingly to the Duergar there.
Okay. I have a scheme.
Let's see it.
Let me just see here. Okay. I like Shatter. I'm gonna use Shatter again.
Okay.
I'm gonna get as many of these guys as I can.
And yeah, I'd say you are able to hit all 4 of them with your with your spell, yeah. Okay.
Okay. And the elemental has disadvantage.
Why does the elemental have disadvantage?
Because that's what the
This is
spell
made of
says.
natural
It
material.
It says if it's made of inorganic material, such as stone, it has disadvantage. Stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage.
I like it. So first off, we're going to do the 3 Duergar.
Oh, I also want to activate my devil card if I can do that.
What do you? I thought you already used a card today.
I did, but it's not that I can just use one in a day. They have a duration, and then I redraw them every day.
So how many? I thought you were only drawing 1 per day, and you used that card each day. That's how
We've been drawing 3
cards
since the beginning. Yeah, it's been 3 cards every time.
You haven't used this in a while, so
Yeah, it's been a little bit, but yeah, they each have like small effects.
That's right. Yeah.
So then I'll go through.
It's been a while since we made that, so.
So the one that I used just gave me advantage on that roll. The one I'm using now is every time, in the next 10 minutes, every time I reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, I gain temporary hit points equal to 1d4 plus my charisma.
Okay.
So whenever I kill somebody. So hopefully some people
Temporary
will die.
HP doesn't stack.
No.
Okay, so for the 3 Duergar, all 3 of them failed.
Okay, so they're all gonna take 14 thunder.
That was at disadvantage, so still a 19.
Yeah, but then he is vulnerable, so he still takes 14.
He still takes the 14 damage. Yes. Let me do some math here real quick.
Math. My favorite part of Dungeons and Dragons.
I know, right? Okay. So, Fantine casts her spell Shatter, which it just erupts in this 10-foot radius, hitting all 3 of the Duergar and the Earth Elemental. The Elemental managed to succeed, but the thunderous damage still cracks across the creature, and you see quite a few stress fractures along its form now, as it's been hit twice by thunder damage. The 3 Duergar each take the damage as well, hitting them quite decently. The large one directly behind you, Fantine, looks very, very hurt. The 2 others also take the full damage. They're not looking as bad, though.
Okay. As my bonus action, I would like to drink a health potion. I'm not going to eat another mushroom. But but I do have a few minor healing potions.
Okay, go for it.
So
Minor
1d4 plus 1.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 1 for a minor potion.
2! I love it. 1, 2.
A whole
Okay.
2 points of damage.
Maybe I should have ate the mushroom.
Is that it for your turn?
That's it for me.
Okay. Next, we got Edmund here. Seeing his friends are all not looking the best. Or at least you definitely aren't. You can see that. You can see Novo. Unfortunately, he can't really heal you at this distance. However, that
It's
big,
okay.
gigantic, looming earth elemental right in front, he's gonna rush directly towards it. Get right in its grill. And none of you have noticed this before, but he has a weapon that he hasn't used in your presence yet, but he pulls it out now. He flings his bow over his shoulder and reaches behind his cloak and pulls out this short sword that he had strapped there. And as you're looking at it now, it's nice. It's very, very well-made weapon. And he takes a swing.
Ooh.
For a nat freaking 20.
Go, Edmund.
And this thing it has the hunter's mark on it. So, okay. So, let's see. We got here. So, 13 points of piercing damage. No, 15 points of piercing damage and 2 points of ice damage to this earth elemental. He just takes a huge, giant swing, slicing across this creature's face with his sword. And you notice as it does, it leaves this line of frost in the stone as he cuts. Does decent damage.
Oh no, he's too much like Port Leone now. They both have ice swords.
So yeah, 17 points of damage for Edmund. Good swing. That's it for his turn. Willow. You're up next. And as I said, you're standing in the stairwell looking up to a corridor of yellowish gray stone that seems to be leading off to the east. So what do you want to do? Are you there, John? Because we can't hear you.
Yes, sorry, I forgot I remuted myself when I went to pour a drink. I will continue to make my way forward. After hearing some noise, I will be more sneakily about it, though.
Okay, go ahead
More
and
cautious.
make a stealth check.
Alrighty. And I got a 19.
19. You hunker down and begin creeping along the stairs, keeping as near to the wall as you can, so to remain hidden. That's your action to hide. You still have your movement and your bonus action.
Right, there's my 6 movement, and I will be my turn.
As you go up the stairs and turn the corner, you can see that the tunnel that you're going in is leading down to the south, and then curves off to the west, just at the edge of your vision. The sound. Go ahead and make another perception check.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you're
That'll
not.
be a 3 fail.
Yeah, you're not too sure. You definitely heard the sounds of battle, and they're still going on. Almost sounded like an explosion went off a little bit ago. The echo of that thunder definitely went all the way down, and you did hear it, but you're not quite. You can't make out much more beyond that.
All right.
Okay, that's it for your turn. Next, we come to another Duergar. There's a lot of these guys.
Oh yeah.
With so many more people over there, he is going to, let's see, move up to here. Yep, and it's going to go ahead and throw a Thunderstone right where I just put. So he's throwing it right here. Yeah, right there. Right there. So that means Novo, Edmund, Blazeneer, and the Earth Elemental all need to make con saving throws.
Nice.
That's a failure for Edmund. And a success to the Earth Elemental. So Edmund is blinded and deafened by the thunderous explosion that just went off.
By the way, DM, I'm gonna cast as a reaction Absorb Elements when I take that thunder damage. Because
Pop up Absorb Elements for me real quick.
It's thunder damage, so.
Yeah, I was just making sure the wording on it, but yes, this would work. So you can cast Absorb Elements as a reaction. That would you're gonna take half the damage of it. So 2 points of thunder damage instead of 4.
And I'm casting this at 2nd level. Just for what I'm doing next.
Well, he succeeded on his thing, so shouldn't he took half, which would be 2, and then half of that?
Again. Yeah, actually, yeah.
1.
So it would just be 1 point of damage.
Advocating for your players.
No, that's. I mean, you're literally. Yeah, you took 1 point of damage instead of 2.
Yeah, I'm not doing it for the damage reduction, honestly.
That's fine. The Earth Elemental succeeded, and Novo succeeded. So that's it. So just Edmund. Bummer. Okay. That's it for.
Not my boy who just crit.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is how you thank him for his crit.
This is how I thank him.
He's got the magic sword of icy.
Yeah.
He does. But it's Novo's turn. So what are you doing, Novo?
Okay, I'm gonna attack twice with my quarterstaff. That's an 18 and a 29.
Who are you hitting?
The big guy right in front of me.
Okay, yeah, both hit.
Big boy right here.
Yep, giant Duergar.
So that's 8 and 13 damage. Is he still alive?
He is not. You you hit him twice with both ends of your quarterstaff, striking this Duergar in the face both times, and it just spins his head around, cracking his neck, and he falls down dead.
Does he shrink back to his normal size?
He does.
Ooh.
Phew.
He's deflating.
And as he lays there on the ground, he just shrivels into his normal size.
Awesome.
When they grow big, do their clothes grow big with them?
Yes, it does. Everything they're carrying goes big.
Okay. I was gonna say, when they shrink, do they shrink inside their giant clothes?
No, it's all proportional. The effects of the spell, everything's proportional. So the clothes grows with them, and his weapon grows with them, and then shrinks back down to normal. Once they revert.
We're not getting a Hulk situation where he rips out of his shirt.
Fantine was hoping for that. Fantine wanted some bare-chested Duergar.
Yeah, it would be funny if they were just wearing short shorts when they got big. And then when they shrunk back down, the short shorts fell off.
Okay, so that was your
pants.
So Novo, that was your action. What else do you want to do?
Okay, and then you said I can make step over here and then do flurry of blows on.
Yep.
Oops, oops. I did something. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna do flurry of blows on this other guy. But so my first one though, I'm gonna do hand of harm with my first attack. That's 19. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So that is 8 bludgeoning damage and 2 necrotic damage for that hand of harm.
Okay, 10 points of damage total.
And then my second strike is 15.
The 15 does not hit.
Okay.
You punch with that second punch, and you hit the rock, and you hit it wrong, and your knuckles just ache from striking stone.
Okay, I mean I still did 10 points of damage. So
how many key points did you use there?
Dose.
Good to know. Okay, is that it for you?
Yep, that would be it.
Okay. And next we come to the Earth Elemental. And in retaliation for you hitting it, it's doing the same thing. Two attacks at you with its giant, massive fists. And that's a 15 and a 19.
19 just hits.
12 points of bludgeoning damage. The first swing, you dive back out of the way, but that second one, as the counter swing, just hits you in the side of your head, and it rings your bell, doing 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Next, we're up to Fidget. What's Fidget doing?
Hanging out, living life.
Seems legit. Okay.
Yep.
Next, we're at the Duergar. And we got the big guy here that just took that huge hit from the shatter.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming directly to you, Fantine, swinging away with its pickaxe. Or war pick. That's a 9.
Oh.
It wants to pick your brain about something.
It definitely does, but on her broom she just ducks down and that swing goes wide over her back. Let's see, next one is dead, so I take him out of the order. Last one is the guy who's been blind this entire time. He hasn't been able to see. He in desperation, he's going to turn towards where he remembers seeing people last, and he's going to fire his crossbow. It's going to be at disadvantage, of course, as he can't see shit.
Poor guy.
And that's an 8. So, Novo, you feel a ping off your shell as that crossbow shot just scrapes along the side.
Ooh.
Next, he needs to make his con save. Yes.
As a reaction in Undercommon, or I guess since it's free to talk, can I try and sound like a dwarf and say, "Hey, watch where you're shooting"?
I'll allow that.
Make him think that he accidentally hit his friend instead of missing Novo.
Yeah, I'll allow it. And he's like,
And that comes.
but actually he can't do you did say it in Undercommon.
Can't hear
and
it.
the other
'cause he's
Yeah,
deaf.
he's
yeah,
deaf.
the other dwarf hears you and kind of that giant one looks back. What the hell? But the guy that you said it to is blind and deafened, so he didn't hear shit.
I tried to be cool.
Don't
Well,
worry, he
now-
also failed his con save.
Now you have a chance to be cool because it's your turn, Cameron. What are you doing?
Good try, though.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. I only got that for that. So instead. Size. So, no, that's not good. This one. Let me
What you doing?
pull. I gotta pull up a sphere to see how big it would be. No, that's a square circle. 20-foot radius. Oh, that's way big. Actually, yeah. Okay, you see how I've positioned that purple circle?
Well, I do see that. However, Cameron would not be able to see that.
So move first.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to have to move first if you want to be able to do what you're doing. I'm fine with it,
Yes.
but you do have to move.
Let me
first.
see where I can move to. Okay, so no, stop that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Boom. Just like that. And then gravity sinkhole.
Gravity sinkhole. I like it.
The gravity sinkhole.
I'm sorry, but you are in the improper location for this timeline. I'm afraid I must correct things. It's a
Okay,
con
I
saving
like it.
throw on everybody within the sphere. If they fail, they take full damage and are pulled in a straight line towards the center of the sphere, ending in an unoccupied space as close to the center as possible, even if that space is in the air. On a successful save, they take half as much damage and aren't pulled. And it's a DC 16.
Okay. So, going around in the circle, we have Duergar number 1, failure. Duergar number 2, success. Number 3, failure. Number 4, success. And the elemental failed.
Cool.
So,
Nice.
let me do
So-
some math real quick.
Yep. 14 damage to those who succeeded.
Yeah,
And
that
they
guy
are
there, he
not
did.
pulled.
And he gets
Nice.
pulled. How far does he get pulled again?
It
To
says...
the center.
Yeah, it just says pulled in a straight line towards the center of the sphere, ending in an unoccupied space as close to the center as possible.
Wonderful. So this guy just goes flying towards the center as he's shrinking down and ends up right there on the floor.
Yep.
Next guy succeeded, so that's 14 points of damage.
And he is not pulled.
Third one failed, so he did too. He goes flying towards the center. Next guy succeeded, but he did anyway. Just crumples to the ground
elemental.
there. The elemental failed.
Also failed. Now that is a spell slot.
Nice.
Take all these guys out.
God, that feels good.
At least let me kill that blind one up there. Or this
Yeah.
weak one right here.
And just because this, well, no, I guess not. I'm trying to decide if Novo and if everybody would have a reaction, but
And-
I think
well,
that only works on
uh,
if they're choosing to move.
Not sure.
And-
All
Yeah, I was
know
kind of
is-
wondering the same thing.
It only works if you move. If you get
Yes.
forced out of a space.
It's- yeah, I believe so. Forcing out of a space does not provoke a reaction. but it did get pushed back by 5 feet and hits one of the dead Duergar, and he's just kind of stuck there.
He's not dead though.
He is not dead, but 3 of the Duergar are.
All I know is pew-pewing one guy with an Eldritch Blast is cool,
But
but totally gravity crushing like 5 guys.
Is
It's
a
even
lot
better.
more fun. Oh yeah. Good turn for you. Do you do anything with your bonus action?
Nah, I could try and shove somebody, but I don't think it's really going to help us much, so
Fair
I'll
enough.
just end my turn.
That's it for Cameron. Blazenir, you're up next.
Let's just get this over with. I'm gonna move up to him with the scimitar, my scimitar in my hand. That's now kind of ringing with that thunder energy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a slash at a big guy and hope that I hit because. Oh, I do not hit.
You do not hit that slightly vibrating sword that you swing out at. It just hits the stone of the elemental's chest and scrapes along it. Doesn't even leave a line.
Could you just make me feel better and lie down anyway? Because this would have been fun.
Indeed.
I should have cast a spell.
Do anything else?
Yeah, is Fantine still looking quite hurt?
She don't look great.
yeah, I'm at less than half.
Alright, then I'll bonus action do to heal with my Aura of Vitality. 6, and that's that much healing.
So 13.
I like it.
Sweet.
Okay, next we come to a Duergar that you can't see. 10, 15, 20, 25. That was its move. For the action, he's calling out to all of them. They're coming! They're coming! They're taking them out one by one! Boss, help! Help! We have a lot more Duergar now, so it's gonna be fun. Bear with me 1 second, everybody.
No worries.
Problem.
Okay, then as its bonus action, he's turning invisible. And that's it for that guy's turn. Now everyone else is in. Initiative 2. Okay. Fantine, we are up to you. Sorry about your wait, but you have just been healed up a bit by Blazenir.
Sweet.
And you see there's one Duergar left, or 2 Duergar left, I'm sorry,
Two of
and an
them.
Earth Elemental. So what are you doing?
Okay, I would like to hit this guy with my glaive. He's technically within my reach,
Yes, he is.
so I'm not even gonna move. 18.
18 definitely hits.
Ooh, or 17. Damn it. Is
Yeah.
he dead?
He is definitely dead.
Okay.
Tell us how this looks.
I think I'm like sick and tired, so I just look at him, he's hurt, I stab him, he dies, and I'm okay with that.
I like it.
And then, like, Steven did bring up a good point, which is that temporary hit points do not stack. So I think we should rewrite the wording of my card to just...
You froze, Fantine.
be you regain hit to the next... Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
now we can hear you.
Sorry. I said Steven brought up a good point, which is that temporary hit points don't stack. So I don't know if we should rewrite the wording of my devil card to just be hit points.
That would mean that it heals you every time you kill something,
Yeah,
which is
that is what that would mean.
Powerful.
For 10 minutes.
yeah, but
That's really, really OP though.
Okay, so then keep it temporary.
Yeah.
you can
But
get
then just
Yeah. It's
then it
like,
would just be changing the
what
wording.
it does, it just it gives you temporary hit points each time. If you
It
lose
just
those
replaces
temporary,
it with that.
it just replaces it with a new temporary
Okay.
hit point.
yes, or
Okay.
if what you rolled is higher than what you rolled before,
then it would have replaced
it
it.
would
then it
overwrite
replace
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that since it was coming into play for the first time.
Yeah. No problem.
So 2 plus 4 temporary hit points, so I get 6.
Yeah, so you get 6 temporary hit points until the end of your next turn.
And then, so I hit him once. Can I fly over to this guy up here?
Yeah, you
5,
can use
10,
your
15,
movement.
20,
You
25.
can use your movement and still take your second swing.
Oh, that's crit.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so 13 plus 10, 23 damage.
So, funny story. This thing has exactly 23 hit points.
Wow, I'm really accurate today.
You really, really are. And you just fly. You stab with your glaive once, fly over with your broom as you swing around and slice again, completely bisecting this Duergar's head from its shoulders, and he just
And
drops to the ground.
he doesn't know what happened.
He doesn't, because he was blinded to death.
I should be on the prices. Okay, let's see if I roll higher. Nope, it's the same.
There you go. Do anything else? You have a bonus action.
I do have a bonus action. I moved 25, so I could go 5, 10, 15 feet. Oh, well, I need to be within 10 feet, so I'll just stay here.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up, we have Edmund, who is blind and deaf and has no idea what's going on.
And then...
You there, Fantine? I don't know. Anyway, he doesn't have much he can do, so he stumbles back 5 feet, and he's just trying to clear his head. So I'll go ahead and give him his con save, which is an 11, which is a failure. So Edmund is still blind and deaf as well. Willow, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Since I made a classical error last turn, I'm going to do my bonus action to hide, but I'm going to make my actual movement my 30. 4, 5, 6. Actually, I'm going to dash. 11, 12. Then I'll do a bonus action hide. Can't see me.
I like it. In front of you, you see a single door. You can't quite reach it there. It's right at the edge of your vision. But that's what you can see. Go ahead and
Doors?
roll. Go ahead and roll your hide, your stuff.
23.
Yeah, and 23, you're hunkering down, keeping yourself as stealthy as you can. I will also point out that you are holding a torch.
Oh, no, see, I'm holding the torch in front of me, and I'm hiding behind it like a piece of grass. So you just see the torch, you know?
Yeah. That's totally how it works.
And that will be my turn.
Okay, I like it. 1 second here. There, you should be able to actually see the door now. Okay, that's it for Willow's turn. Who's next? He dead. He ain't next. Novo.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You're
Okay.
you're echoey though. Oh, I figured out why. It's not you, it's me. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I had to rejoin the group video.
No problem whatsoever. Novo, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna step up here. And I mean, you know. 25 and 17. I'm assuming 25 hits.
And the 17 just hits.
Okay, so that's 8. So that's 19. Is it still alive?
It is
After
still
19?
alive, yes.
Okay, then unarmed 20, unarmed 15. So 20 hits.
The 20 does hit.
Does a 15?
The 15 does not.
Okay, so that's another 7 damage.
So 2 strikes with the quarterstaff, followed up by a roundhouse kick that she tried to do a second one, but just got twisted up with her legs and didn't manage to connect with the last kick. But you do a decent amount of damage to this earth elemental, and it's looking really rough, but it is still alive. And, as luck would have it, it's its turn. And it's coming at you.
Yeah. I mean, naturally.
Yeah, naturally. I mean, we're just trading blows. That's a 21 and a 22, so I assume they both hit.
Well, crap.
So 11 and 16, 27 points of damage as this just 1-2 punches you, Novo.
Yeah.
How you looking there?
I mean, I'm looking.
You are.
No, I'm done.
Oh, are you unconscious?
Yup.
Okay.
Oh, I should have healed you, shouldn't I? Oops.
Is your aura still active?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So, with that second swing, Novo falls to the ground and is unconscious. Fidget, it is your turn.
I still believe that he is just gonna hang out.
Okay, fair enough. Well, with that in mind, it's now the top of the order. And Cameron, it's your turn.
Okay, so as far as I can tell, the only thing that's still alive is the golem. So, let's see. Yeah, I'll just try and chill touch him. A 17.
Yeah, 17 just hits.
Okay, 9 necrotic, and then if he's gonna heal, he can't heal till the start of my next turn.
Okay. A spectral hand comes up and swipes at this at the earth elemental, clawing through its stone, doing a decent amount of damage.
And I am gonna use my bonus action to try and shove him, because I see that Nova went down and I don't want him to easily be able to get an attack on her. while
Fair
she's
enough.
down.
That's a strength check, right?
Strength save, DC 16.
Just hits it with a 16.
Sad.
Okay,
Well, I tried. That's my turn.
that's your turn. Give me 1 second here. So the Duergar...
I tried to help you, Novo.
That is invisible right now. The Duergar that heard this cry from this particular dwarf. He calls out the same thing. Boss, let's go! Bring the creature! He then turns invisible as his action. It moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
Thanks for trying anyway.
That's it for its turn. Blazenir, you're up next.
Yes, alright, I'm gonna just kind of bend down, just poke Novo and cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Do it.
And that's not that much, but...
Well, 25 points of healing, that's not bad.
Oh, I didn't see the 11.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I just saw the 9 and 5. Yeah, no, 25, that's...
So Blaze...
I mean, that's better than what I had.
Yeah, Blazenir kneels down, touches, puts his hand to Novo's chest, and just pumps a surge of healing energy, which immediately revitalizes, and your eyes just spring open to see Blazenir crouching down above you. You're on your back, looking up in this forge, but you are alive.
Could you not fall? You're kind of the person distracting this big guy from killing me. So...
I shall try to do better.
Okay.
Hey, wait. Why
doing
did
anything
you
else?
Yeah, I'm gonna also use my bonus action to heal her. Because I still got the aura up, so...
Fair enough.
Why did you
That's
say that teabagging was part of the somatic components for that spell? Because it's not.
What? No, it is. It's right there.
Oh, so Blazenir apparently has been teabagging Novo this entire time.
Oh no.
But for another 9 points of healing, so not looking too bad. That's 9 points of healing to you, Novo.
Thank you. That gave me about a little more than half back.
Alright, and I'm gonna risk the attack of opportunity and just kind of step back a bit.
Okay,
I don't want to...
he is doing an attack of opportunity on you, but that was a 10 to hit.
No. I block it with my shield.
Absolutely you do. Okay, that's it for you. The next Duergar, which is the one that called for the alarm, he is going to turn invisible as well. If he hasn't done that, I don't think he did that. He's going to move right back here and crouch down behind these things. These
Okay, so a cleric teabags, it's called holy balls. If a druid does it, I guess it still would be called a teabag, because teas are from the forest and it's wild.
But yeah, he crouches
If
down behind
Edmund
the
does it, it's
minecarts,
called a
and
royalty.
that's it. Okay, Fantine, you're up next. What are you doing?
Okay. Get a little closer. Hit him with my glaive. 25 on the first one.
Oh yeah, that hits.
For 17.
Which is enough to take this thing out. He had 4 hit points left. So, Fantine, how does it look?
Oof. I fly up over here, and then I'm just gonna, I guess, wedge it in one of the cracks and see if I can break him in half.
And with that thrust of your glaive, the thing shatters and just begins falling down piece by piece into a big heap of rock.
Can I use the rest of my turn just to check the pockets of these dwarves over here for any more stones?
I'll let you use your bonus action to make a search. Go ahead and make an investigation.
Okay.
Dwarf in front of you. Yeah, she's doing that.
Wow.
Duergar is proud. The Duergar warlord is prouding the monster, trying to get it to go forward. Okay, yeah, with a 9, you don't find much in those pockets. There is a little pouch that you see, and you find 3 gold pieces and 7 copper pieces. And he does have a war pick, but that's all you find.
7 copper pieces, you say?
Yep.
Just add that to my inventory.
Just prodding, not doing much, trying to pull the
Well, I don't see any more of those interesting stones that blind and deafen us.
This way and is tugging on it with a rope. Next Duergar. Moving up here, 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Right there, and turns invisible as well. Okay, it is now Edmund's turn. And Edmund, still blind. Poor kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor Edmund.
He calls out on his turn. Is everybody all right? I can't see anything. This is really, really frustrating.
You know, I have a spell. Wait, no, I don't have that prepared, so I can't do that actually.
Yet another spell that Blazenier could use but doesn't have. He is going to make his con save. And he rolled a 4.
He's gonna fail his con save.
He failed his con save and is still blind and deafened and has no idea what's going on. He's just flailing his arms out a bit, trying to feel, but nothing. I mean, people are around him, but they're 5 feet away, so he's really can't touch anybody. It's poor Edmund.
Poor Blinken.
Next, we come to Willow, and you are standing in front of that door. You can hear the sounds of battle going on the opposite side of it. Go ahead and give me a perception check. John, are you there?
He's still muted.
Unmute yourself, bud.
Discord hates me. It keeps closing down when if I don't use it for so long.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, where's my app? I got the app here. Where's it at? Alright, I'm gonna go up 10 feet and open the door very slowly.
The door is not locked, thank God. And you do very carefully and quietly, because you are trying to be stealthy, open it. On the other side, you can see a pile of rubble, of rocks and stone in the hallway, right here, where this fallen elemental is. At the far distance, you can see a fiery red panda and a hummingbird in front of a odd, small gray rabbit in a big blue trench coat that seems kind of too big for him. And you can see a few more people behind the rabbit, because the rabbit is pretty small. You can see a black-haired kid flailing about with his eyes closed, and a much taller man standing behind him with bright orange hair. And that's pretty much your field of vision right there. So all of their attention is in the room in front of them. You can't really see what's beyond the room. You can just see them in that doorway there.
Quick question. I do have a passive perception of 23. So.
Well, hold on a second.
That was more of a statement rather than a question.
Well, it was more of like a, do I notice
Hold
this?
up. What is your passive perception?
23.
Well, 23
I can't be surprised while I'm conscious.
Well, 23 is the stealth roll he made that last turn. So I'm going to say that yes, Blazenier, you would have noticed that a door opened, just a crack to the far side of the hall. That's all you would have noticed.
Okay, cool.
But Willow, it is still your turn. So what are you doing?
Can I figure out if this is the party that I've been following?
Make an insight check.
Inside check. Inside check. Let's hope this rolls 20.
Okay. So the thing is, the group that you were following, that had your friend Shadowfire in it, it was an odd mix of people. One of them was a smallish human, by judging based on the boots. They're very small sized, and there is a smallish human there. But at the same time, they definitely didn't have a rabbit with them, or a red panda, or a bird.
They're also missing somebody who would leave hoof prints.
Yeah, I mean, well, from what he can see, he just can see Cameron, Edmund, Blazenir, and the familiars. So, based on that, it's really difficult to tell. Willow.
Okay.
From your point of view, basically, you're just walking up out of the Underdark, and you just see a random group of people. A couple of humans, a rabbit folk, and a few animals standing there focused in the opposite direction of you.
I'm going to shut the door. And I'm going to listen in, and I'm going to hold action to defend myself in case someone opens the door.
Okay, that's fair. So that's it for Willow's turn. Novo, what are you doing?
Okay, well, given that, everything is dead, I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna search this guy. And that's what it's. You said investigation?
Yeah, that's an investigation.
That'd be a 20. Like, I'm also looking for the things that they've been throwing at us specifically, but also anything else of interest.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so searching through this Duergar, you do find an odd stone in one of his pockets, in one of the pouches on his belt. It's about fist size, about the size of a softball, really, but made out of an odd yellowish orange stone that you really can't identify. You're not sure what kind of stone it is, but it does kind of look like the thing that was thrown at you that had blinded you. You did catch a little bit of a glimpse, so you think it might be one of those. It also has 14 pieces of gold, 20 silver, and 4 copper.
Okay, I'm gonna, show be like, hey guys, I think I got one of the blindy stones.
Please don't drop it.
That would be perfect, though, if there's anybody up ahead. I'm thinking now we enter a stealth mission.
Does anybody want the stone?
You don't want it?
I mean, I could
Keep it
use
so
it.
that you can have an additional battle tactic.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
you
that's
should keep it, Novo.
Okay.
You don't have much range, but you do have a lot of strength, so maybe you could chuck it
Fair.
very far.
Fair,
Well,
yeah.
well, I
I'm
do
one
agree
that
with-
keep-
The beast is.
Well, I do agree with him.
and it
I'm
does
pretty tapped on spells, so
then
I could also
makes
use
a
it
very
if you
large
didn't want it.
jump.
But you can have it.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can also check the other bodies too. I'm sure there's more.
Yeah, there probably is just.
Oh yeah, I did not check these ones very thoroughly.
Stops there.
They're very dirty to the touch.
Do
And
I only
Cameron-
get to search one body, or do I have enough action movement stuff to check another body?
So generally, doing I'll allow quick searches with a bonus action or full searches with an action. So I'll say you can do one more search on your turn if you want to.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go up to this guy and search this one. Should I roll again? investigation?
Yes, go ahead and make one more investigation check.
That's an 8.
You don't find any more of those stones on them. It does you do find about 5 pieces of gold and 13 copper.
Okay, and can you put those in the chat? Because I'm probably just gonna split it up with everybody.
No thanks.
And the other ones too, if you remember. From
I
the
don't
other
remember, so if you didn't write it down, you have no idea. You're welcome to look at the stream later and find it. Timestamp, but it's 5:50. I want to get you guys at least farther along if you can. There. But that's it for your turn. It is Fidget's turn, technically.
Okay, if there's no combatants, he's just hanging out on my shoulder.
That's fair.
I suppose the only
Then,
thing
yeah,
that
it
I
would
would
be your turn.
the only thing that I would want to do is could I make a perception roll for when that door closed?
Yeah, I'll allow you just to make a perception check in general,
Sure.
if you want.
21.
I'm gonna say, based on let's see, what was your new stealth roll? Did you ever roll a new stealth, Willow?
No, you didn't have me roll one. You just ended up using my 23 from last time.
Yeah.
I can roll one.
Yeah, go ahead, because you didn't use your full action, really, or very much of anything. You said you were holding an action, but you didn't use a bonus action either. So go ahead for your bonus action. You can roll your stealth. So yeah, I'm going to say that yes, Cameron, you did note here the close of a door behind you.
Cool. I heard that there was a door that closed this way for some reason.
Oh yeah, there's somebody looking out. You didn't see them?
I know there was someone there, but I wasn't able to catch who.
They didn't really look like these. I would have seen like what they kind of looked like, right?
No, you didn't. You just saw that the door opened a crack, and it was dark beyond that. But that's really it.
Well, then I shall ready myself in case they decide to come through the door to assault us.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just ready a spell if they decide to try and attack us.
Okay. Blazenir, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm going to just start walking this way. I'm gonna pick up Cayenne along the way, and 15.
Okay, and your red panda just kind of comes over and jumps and climbs up your sleeve and onto your shoulder.
And I'm gonna do a dash. 30. And I'm just gonna kind of knock on the door like ding ding. Anybody in there? I will tell you that we will kill you if you're gonna try to attack us. So we kind of killed a bunch of people. Maybe just give up at this point. We've killed so many of you guys.
We're very menacing. Don't mess with us.
Wow.
I'm like patching up my wounds really quick.
Yeah, what are you doing on your turn, Fantine?
Which way does the door open?
No, he just knocked on the door.
No, but which way does it open?
It opened towards you.
Okay.
You pulled it open.
So no, you can't hit him with the door.
I was gonna kick the shit out of it.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that.
Well, you had specifically said you're holding your action if something opens the door and attacks you. So that has not happened. I'm just throw it there. Fantine, what are you doing?
I'm feeling quite tapped with spells, but I have a feeling this isn't over. What we really need is more allies. We just need other people to help us. And I walk over to this dwarf over here, and I'm gonna cast my animate dead on him. This one that was my enemy.
Okay. Okay.
I miss this man. We developed a relationship, a rapport, if you will.
You wanted to hit that.
Yeah, I like it. So you cast the animate dead spell, and the Duergar begins to rise up, and is now a zombie. So there's a zombie right there.
I think we've got this. Now it's a numbers game. So we've got an additional attack here. So I think we're going to be in the clear.
What do I hear undead growling over there?
It's fine.
You're not being a
Cameron,
necromancer, are you?
Cameron, I heard that you can speak their language. Perhaps we could use him as like some kind of a front and send him in, and you can be like, "Oh, it's me, Jeff, your friend."
I could certainly try.
I think we should enter the stealth phase of this mission.
As
Very
long
good,
as
this
you
is
do
what
not
I'm dealing
feel that the stench of death would give him away.
Well, he just died literally like minutes ago, so I think
Fair.
he's not yet begun to rot. He is a little bloody, but that's that's the wounds of battle.
Yeah. So while they're all
I can
talking,
always
the Duergar
clean him up
warlord is
if
coming
needed.
up and is
Oh yeah, use prestidigitation.
This
Clean him
creature
up.
getting
Make him look like a real gentleman.
That would require much greater skill than
God,
even I
Edmund on
possess
his turn
for someone
just
like him.
failed.
Oh fuck.
miserably.
Actually, on my turn,
Edmund
can I?
still can't see.
Well, I guess Bardic Inspo probably still wouldn't help him with that crit fail. So
Definitely
never.
not with a crit fail, would you?
Oof.
Well, Willow. So you've heard a really long, rambling monologue from somebody right behind the door after knocking, and you've heard in the distance a female voice calling out something about needing allies and wanting friends, and then you heard Blazeneer start yelling something about a zombie. It's really, really, really confusing what's going on.
For some reason, it smells like cranberries.
Okay.
But it's your turn, so what are you doing?
But only after she cast her spell.
Okay. Is this a double door or one door?
It's a single door.
Oh, I'm
I-
sure you said it was a double door.
No, the door to the forge is a double door.
Oh, I see.
That's what I want to make sure, because I want to make sure I didn't hear it properly. So what I'm going to do is put down the torch.
Okay.
How sturdy does this door look, per se?
It's a wood door that's been trimmed and fitted with iron. It's a dwarven door. It's looked pretty damn sturdy.
Okay,
It's
yeah, that won't work.
thick. If the door were a person, you would want to date it.
I wouldn't go that far, but it is a pretty sturdy dwarven door.
I want to put down my torch, hand on the door. I'm going to open it, try to grab the person on the other side, and throw him on the other inside of this doorway.
Okay, so
Grab.
just so I'm understanding, you're pulling open the door and doing a stealthy grapple to pull them in. So this is going to be a contested grapple. I need athletics checks from both of you.
Also,
Can't I use acrobatics to get out of it?
Yeah, actually you can. I do allow that.
also, I had an action ready if somebody came through the door and tried to attack us. I was going to blast them.
Not really an attack, more of I'm trying to get someone by themselves. So I
You're
can-
grabbing him.
Well,
It's a grapple.
so just give me 1 second. Let's play this out in order. Willow, I need your athletics check.
Damn.
And that's a nat 20.
Oh no!
So what happens is the door just flies open. A hand shoots out, grabs onto Blazeneer's wrist as he's surprised, trying to pull away. The hand grabs you, begins pulling you in. At that moment, Cameron, you do see the door open. The held action you had was to blast. So so go ahead and roll your spell.
June 25 to hit.
Does that hit?
And I'll do poison damage.
Okay. Willow, you are.
Leave my friend alone, good sir.
Oh, hey, we're friends? I didn't think we'd be friends yet. It's only been 2 days.
So yeah, you do manage
I
to
thought
pull.
Blazner was going to be friendlier.
So Willow, you do manage to pull Blazner, this tall ginger man, towards you. As you're pulling, this ball of would you say it was poison?
Poison.
Comes flying through the air and strikes you off your shoulder, doing 15 points of poison damage to you. And then you do succeed in pulling Blazner through the door. Right about there.
If able, I'm gonna slam the door and be like, "Who are you?" Or sorry. Who are you? I don't have my female voice gained yet.
I thought you said she was going to be real Southern Belle.
But I just can't do an angry bell. I just got that speech cobbler out here for you.
Well, now pretend like somebody smashed those pies that you had sitting on the windowsill.
Now I told
she'll
you
be
to come over
okay.
here now and pour me
Okay.
a mint julep. Now you ain't done it yet. I'm gonna have to get angry if you don't do as I say.
So, Blazner, you get pulled in through the door and see this explosion of poison hit. Well, Willow, why don't you go ahead and describe yourself?
I'm just a beautiful blonde. I am 4'11", so I'm just a tiny little petite blonde woman wearing breastplate that's black. It's black as the night.
Well,
I have blue
that's
eyes.
not evil at all.
I have pretty blue eyes.
Okay. And so you're towering over this woman, because didn't you say you're over 6 foot, I believe, Blazner?
Yeah, I'm 6'7".
Yeah, so you are huge compared to this tiny little woman who managed to yank you in through a door and slam the door behind you, and she's just yelling at you, "What are you doing?" and all that.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit
Clarification.
confused.
How did she manage to slam the door when having to hold on to a 6'7" man?
Well, because she's doing it
Object
one-handed, and I allowed the bonus action to do it.
Yeah.
Did Kyan get pulled in with me? Because
No.
he's on my shoulder.
No, I'm
You just
going to
fall off?
say it fell off as you were being yanked in. But that's it for Willow's turn. And I think that's an excellent place to end things this evening.
Ooh.
So we have an interesting little meeting for the group. They definitely weren't expecting to see a tiny blonde woman just show up out of nowhere, and she looks like she's not ready to be messed with. So we'll find out what happens next time. In 1 week.
And what's my dwarf's name?
It's just a zombie.
What do you want it to be?
So yeah.
I like
But-
Fred.
But I think that's we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's episode. So thank you very much for tuning in today. We absolutely appreciate you all joining us, and we'll see you again next Monday. So good night.
Bye.